Hey, what's going on, everyone? Simpsons Man here, and I have some insane news for you guys. We have all of Wave 3 that has been leaked for the new JAKKS Pacific Simpsons line, so stick around. Let's talk about it. So we definitely have a lot to talk about today. We have 10, and yes, 10 new figures are going to be dropping for Wave 3. So those 10 are going to be 4 of the 5-inch figures and 6 of the 2.5-inch figures. 5 of them are going to be sold separately, and this crazy, unique Krusty the Clown is going to be coming with the new Krusty Burger playset. We called it on that. I definitely saw some leaks online, but no solid images. But thanks to Amazon UK, they've already posted all of the images. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, right now, I don't have individuals of all of the 2.5 and the 5-inch figures. But if you look at the box and if you turn it around, the back of the box always shows what's going to be in that wave. Before we actually talk about all of the technically 10 different figures, let's go ahead and break down this Krusty Burger playset. And what can I say about this playset besides it's awesome, like insanely awesome. This is going to be just like the house that released, so it's going to be double-sided. Like the house, it was the front of the Simpsons house, and then if you turn it around, it was the living room couch gag scene. And for the Krusty Burger, it's going to be the outside of the Krusty Burger, the drive-through, as you can see. And then if you flip it around, it's going to show the inside of the Krusty Burger. So let's talk about the drive-through first. As you can see, it's the drive-through of the Krusty Burger. One cool thing about the Krusty Burger sign is it looks like you'll be able to either pull a switch either up and down, and the menu actually changes. You can see that it does come with its own unique Krusty the Clown. He's got his kind of worker uniform on, and this one is actually going to come with the Krusty Burger playset. You can even see the Fry Guy in the window, and the cool thing about the window is that the window actually opens up. So now all that we're missing is JAKKS doing some kind of a vehicle or maybe multiple vehicles, because now you'll be able to simulate the Simpsons or someone outside of the Simpsons going through the drive-through, placing their order, and then going up to the window and getting their food. So let's turn it around, and now you can actually see the inside of the Krusty Burger. It has a counter with a cash register, a bag of food. Also, another one of the accessories is a big plate of hamburgers. Remember the episode where they're stranded at sea, and then they see a Krusty Burger out in the distance? They barge through the door, and Homer's like, "Give me 700 Krusty Burgers."
Give me 700 Krusty Burgers!
You want fries with that?
Well, they made the plate exactly set up just like that. Also, from I think it's the Moo Moo episode, King-Sized Homer, you can see the Krusty Burger paper-thin walls where I think he rubs some kind of a sandwich against it, and all the grease actually makes it clear, and there's the bird trying to smash through the wall because he thinks it's glass.
I don't know. Fish sandwich. Are you sure?
So on the back of the packaging, you can see that the menu does change. The window opens and there's a launching food component right beside the register. So you open the window and it launches the food, and you can launch it directly into the customer's car. And that is the Krusty Burger. So it looks like we're going to be getting 2 accessories, which is the bag of food and the hamburgers. And we're also going to be getting a 2.5-inch Krusty the Clown with this playset. All right, so now let's talk about Wave 3, the figures that have been revealed. Unfortunately, I don't have individual pictures of all of these. I can kind of crop each one of them. But if you look at the bottom of the box, you can see the first 5 are the 2.5-inch figures, and the next 4 are the 5-inch figures. So let's go ahead and get the 2.5-inch figures out of the way. Those are always my least favorite, but these are the ones that you'll definitely want to play with on your playsets because they are built to scale for the playsets. So, out of the 5, we have Grandpa Simpson, Bart Simpson, Milhouse, Ralph, and Comic Book Guy. And yes, the image is just a little bit grainy. I did pull all these off of Amazon UK. Grandpa just looks like Grandpa. Typical Grandpa attire, nothing different about him. Next, we have Bart Simpson. We'll go ahead and call him like Krusty Boy Bart Simpson or Krusty Fan Bart Simpson because he has the hat with the crusty ears and it looks like that same image is on his t-shirt. Next, we have Milhouse that looks like he has a squishy beside him. We have Ralph that it looks like there is the Choo Choo Choose card, and we have Comic Book Guy just as Comic Book Guy. And now that I'm getting close and looking at the 2.5-inch figures, below it, it actually says the contents of what is going to come in the box. So let's check that out real quick before we get to the 5-inch figures. So it does say it includes one figure, one Krusty Burger playset, which is, the whole playset, one fried bag accessory, which we talked about, 100 Krusty Burgers. Ooh, I hope that says 700 Krusty Burgers because the episode says 700. Maybe there's a different episode that says 100, but that might be one of those. I hope he got fired for that blunder mistake. I'm not sure. I have to do a little bit of research on that one.
A magic xylophone or something? Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Because it definitely looks like 100 Krusty Burgers, but the episode is 700 Krusty Burgers, but whatever, we're not going to keep talking about that. One Krusty Burger menu, so I'm not sure if that's going to be separate. Probably is going to be separate. We'll have to kind of see about that. 2 seat bench, so those are, those are movable, I guess, for you can see those. 1 table and 1 cash counter, so maybe the cash register is not affixed in there, or maybe it is. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait till we get it. All right, so let's talk about the 5-inch figures. So one of my favorite episodes, Homer at Bat, and we have, I would just call him Baseball Homer. We have Homer with a baseball bat and a baseball cap. It's awesome that we got a 2-pack of Marge and Maggie. So we're finally getting Marge. We already had Maggie before, but now we're getting a larger Marge and possibly a larger Maggie. We have Milhouse with a bicycle accessory, which I think is awesome. It looks pretty identical to the 2.5-inch, but this one's obviously going to be a lot larger. And for the last one is crazy because they made Lenny. How many times have we talked about on this channel that there are not enough Lenny and Carl figures out there in the Simpsons universe? And we have a Lenny, so Wave 4 better have Carl. And it looks like for Lenny's accessories, it's I can't even tell, like a mug, maybe like a coffee mug, and maybe like a little bag to lunch or bag of donuts. It looks like a little paper bag. All right, so there you have it. We have the Krusty Burger diorama playset. We have 5 of the 2.5-inch figures, technically 6 if you want to include the Krusty the Clown. And then we have 5, technically, of the 5-inch figures, but Maggie's definitely not going to be 5-inch. She'll be kind of closer to the 2.5-inch size, but the fact that we're getting this many all together is amazing. Remember, they're all sold separately, so the Krusty Burger set is going to be sold separately. All of the 2.5-inch figures are sold separately, and all the 5-inch figures are sold separately. So this is some insane news that just dropped not even 24 hours ago. I try my best always to get the news out to everyone. So this isn't technically a leak just because it's literally on Amazon's website. If you go to Amazon UK in your Google search bar and look at the UK version of Amazon and type in Krusty Burger, this should be one of the first searches that are on there. So it's out there for the public. They already have images of them. They already have all the figures. So it looks like these are going to be the final versions of all of Wave 3. One thing that I hope is that they change the 100 Krusty Burgers to 700 Krusty Burgers, unless I am mistaken and there is another episode that says 100 Krusty Burgers. I'm actually going to message JAKKS about it just to ask them about it. And if they say, no, it's from that episode, then I'm going to say, hey, just letting you know, it does say 700. Maybe they'll make a correction or maybe they won't. Who knows? And honestly, who cares? Because that is the least of my worries when it comes to any of these figures. So who's excited for Wave 3? Honestly, I think this wave is better than probably all of the other waves that have came out so far. Let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite. Are you going to be picking these up, or are you going to be passing on them? As always, these are going to be at Walmart, Target, IamRetro.com, obviously Amazon, and those are pretty much the main source where I get all of my Simpsons items. In most cases, I wind up getting them from IamRetro.com. It seems like he usually gets them a lot faster than most, and he's always been nice enough to provide me a code that I get to use for myself and all of you get to use, and it's 15% off, so I'm definitely going to want to save some money and go with them. And that is going to be it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for listening in on these news update videos. If I get some more information about them, or once I get some larger versions of these, I'll go ahead and post them online just so we can see some of the finite details of the 2.5-inch and 5-inch figures. So until next time, thank you so much for listening in on another one of my leak, JAKKS, opening, whatever you want to call it, videos, and see ya.